People who are literally always late, why? 1. My little brother is chronically late, always has been his entire life. So many late slips getting to school. There was one time where I parked at the supermarket and waited in the car while he ran in. He said he would be 5 minutes. I said I'd time him. He came back 15 minutes later. I told him he had been gone for 15 minutes, and he was genuinely shocked. No way. I replied, you got out of the car at 3:04, it is now 3:19, you were indeed gone for 15 minutes. It seemed like the first time he realized that he didn't understand how long a minute was. He genuinely thought it had only been 5 minutes. 2. I once had a roommate who would never leave for anything until he was supposed to be there. He had this idea stuck in his head for years that you should never leave for anything until the event time. He got fired from job after job because he would never be on time. He was always whining that he missed the start of concerts, movies, etc., because he was always late. One time, he left to pick up his girlfriend in Vancouver, a 4-hour drive away, at the exact time she was due to arrive at the airport. He was over 4 hours late. They broke up soon after this. Being late is completely disrespectful to the people that are waiting for you. 3. I have a relative like this. Always one more thing to do. Oh, I should water the plants before I go. Now I'm ready. Oh, maybe I should pay that bill while I'm out. Now I'm ready. Is that a crease? Maybe I should just give this blouse a quick iron. 4. I had a gym buddy who was always 7 minutes late to our agreed upon time to meet and work out. This happened often enough for me to purposely arrive 7 minutes late myself, and we would start together. When I asked him about this, because it got annoying, he didn't even realize he was arriving late. I eventually figured out it took him 7 minutes to cycle from his home to the gym and that the time we agreed on was actually the time he left the house, not when he was supposed to arrive at his location. 5. Many years ago, I had a friend who agreed to meet me at the bus stop to head to college together. Every single time they would be 15 minutes late. Later on, when we were hanging out in their room, they told me they would see me from their window and that they would always spot me waiting at the bus stop, and that was their cue to start getting ready. No shame about it. I asked them to be more considerate of me, but it never changed. I stopped waiting for them but continued to be friends with them, despite how they would be late for everything. Years later, they get a job. Turns out they have no problem turning up on time for that. So we're not really friends anymore. 6. I have ADHD but am consistently early, like, it's an addiction for me to have 15 minutes to spare. In a way, it's also terrible because I'm so hyper-focused on being early that I can't think of anything else during the day. My partner is autistic and is always late. I suspect he gets it in his head that certain things take an exact amount of time. For example, it once took him only 15 minutes to get to work, so it must always take only 15 minutes to get to work, when it actually takes 20 on average, so he just carries on like that. 7. I underestimate how much time I need to get ready while simultaneously trying to multitask other things I need to take care of before leaving the house. Sometimes, if it is early morning, I would have overslept. Sometimes, I just don't care to go, and you are seeing the result of me dragging myself out of the house. 8. I ended a friendship once because she was able to be on time for work, class, and events she planned, but never anything I planned. It was a choice she was making.